Hello everyone, I'm Penny Carr from Being Mrs. C, and today I'm here chatting to Nikki. You going to give us a wave, Nikki?
Hello!
And we're both bloggers who are currently working with Bureau Direct reviewing some of their stationery products, and we thought it'd be really nice to just have a chat about what we're reviewing this month together. So over to you, Nikki, if you want to say hello.
Yeah, hi everyone, I'm Nikki. I blog at iamtypecast.com, and as Penny's just said, I've been working with Bureau Direct for about 3 or 4 months now. We've been reviewing on our blogs, and I've done a couple of vlogs about unboxings of our parcels and quite excited stationery loveliness and things like that. So yeah, we hatched a little plan, which I hope you'll all enjoy today.
Yep, so I was on another hangout with something else earlier when my postman arrived, and I actually unwrapped my Bureau Direct parcel live on air, apart from the fact that it turns out someone hadn't actually clicked the on air button, so unfortunately there's no record of it. But it was actually really nice to kind of talk about what I'd ordered that month and share it. So I thought we'd do the same now. So picking up my parcels here. So the first thing I've got is this lovely box of Crown Mill stationery. So one of my New Year's resolutions this year is to write more letters. So I've started this. I'm somewhat inspired by Ruth over at Dorky Mum, because she's now over in Tasmania. I miss her greatly because she used to be just up the road in Harpenden. We had a lot of cups of tea together. So instead, my plan is to write her lots of letters this year. So this is one of my sort of main aims, my main things behind this aim. So I've gone for kind of, you might call it boring colours, I call it classic colours. So it's the ivory or cream colour and white colour set here, so they've got the nice edges on everything. They do a whole set of note cards as well, but I thought I'd actually go for the proper old-fashioned paper and write letters in the way I used to do to my grandparents when they were still alive. So I'm really excited by that. I'm really keen to see how it works with my fountain pens that I'm using at the moment more and more. And yeah, I'm just quite excited. So hopefully some of this will turn up in Australia quite soon when I send it over to Ruth. So that was my main thing this month. I've got a couple of other bits though. So what about you, Nikki? What did you get?
Right, my first one is looking on the Bureau Direct website. I'm a huge fan of their Japanese stationery section and their paperways, little notelets and notepads and everything like that. So I've got a few little bits and pieces this month, sort of all bits that I can use on a day-to-day basis, because I believe that stationery should be fun, but it should also be usable. It's not something that you should be sitting looking at. So my first one is the Paperways notepad A5, but it's actually, rather than lines, it's hexagons.
Oh, cool. And are they diamond oriented?
Yeah, I'm just going to open this after its packaging. So it's the first time I've seen this as well. But yeah, it's a hexagon pad, A5 size drawing notepad with 50 design sheets. So it's exactly as it is on the cover. It's just hexagonal, but I thought it'd be quite different to use that for note taking, but also for doodling. I'm a huge doodler when I'm on the phone or through my thought process, and I'm not that keen on putting my doodles in my bullet journal for some strange reason. So this will be on my desk, and that will be my little doodle pad and things like that.
Yeah, it's interesting you went for that, because last month, I don't know if you saw, I got one of the little Paperways pads as well, but this is my map obsession. So this is the Europe map one. So that is sat here on my desk. I've used it loads.
Hold that thought, because I'll come back to that in a minute. So what was your next item then?
Well, my next one, this is, I hate to use the word dull when talking about stationery, but in a way it is, because it's kind of an add-on to some of the other things I've reviewed. So to go back, in the past I've been reviewing one of the Lamy fountain pens here.
Yeah.
Green inking, that I still love. I also had the Herbin rollerball, which I know you reviewed as well, Nikki. And as part of that, I got the universal ink adapter. So I had a bottle of their ink as well, which I've been using. But the thing is, when you're using all this ink, you need to blot your stuff. So actually my second thing was actually maybe a bit dull, some of their blotting paper, which I know, okay, I'm going to have to come up with an imaginative way to review blotting paper. But actually, I think it's a really useful thing to have. And I went to one of the local shops in town and bought a huge, must have been about A2 sheet of it, because that's the only stuff I could get, and ripped it up into small bits. And there's kind of bits here just on my desk, but they're all kind of, you know, rough edges and stuff. So I'm looking forward to having some posh blotting paper. And reading the reviews of this one, it should be just the right size to fit inside an A5 notebook nicely. So if I grab off my shelf. This is again last month's review item. So this is the White Lines book that I'm reviewing.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be able to just fit the sheets nicely in there.
That's perfect, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. It's very old-fashioned that, but I think people are going back to using ink. I don't know why, but I think they're finding the ink pens, especially those. I know my son has trouble writing with a biro. He finds using an ink pen, a fountain pen, a lot smoother and a lot easier to write with.
Yeah.
So I think the blotting paper is actually going to make a bit of a comeback. How are you doing with your ink changer thing?
I'm finding that hard. This is the universal ink,
yeah,
whatever it's called. I'm finding that hard to fill the pen, because when you do it on a fountain pen, you put it in the pen, put the nib of the fountain pen in the ink, and then suck it up through the pen. But the problem is when you've got the Herbin rollerball, and mine isn't here at the moment, it's in my handbag, you can't do that with the nib of the rollerball, so you're having to do it straight in the ink pot. So you end up with green ink all over your fingers, which is okay until you try and go to a posh meeting at school and you're suddenly there with green fingers. But so I like it in terms of the ink.
Yeah.
I'm not liking the filling of it.
Right. Interesting. No, because I saw you have a bit of a shout out. Has anybody used it before? Has anybody got any tips or anything? So yeah, it was just interesting to catch up with you on.
A couple of other Bureau Direct customers came back saying that the only way to do it was the way I've done it, sticking it in the ink, and you just embrace the messy fingers.
The things we have to go through for real ink, eh? Right, my next item was another Paperways one, and it's from the same selection, the hexagonal ones. But you were saying about the size of the notepad. So this is what they are calling a keyboard weekly pad.
Wow!
You can see that. So it actually fits right by your keyboard, and it's got the days of the week on.
That is clever.
So you can make notes as you go through the week, and it's just that is the front cover. That's the first sheet. So you can put the dates on, or you can leave them blank. But I think that's really good for weekly notes, especially in a home office where I work. I work from home and everything. I'm self-employed, so that's really handy for just jotting down little reminders as the week goes on. So that will be a really useful addition to my desk. I'm just looking through. It says Paperways keyboard weekly pad on the front, but it's actually only on the first two sheets. The rest of the ones are blank. So that's going to be I'm surprised at that. That is going to be really, really useful, to be honest with you.
It's like the old-fashioned. You used to have. I remember when my dad had an office. He had a desk jotter. In the days before we had laptops and everything was done by hand. And he had this huge thing which covers most of the surface of his desk. And I think I've seen something like that on the Bureau.
There is one, and I think it's another Paperways product.
It is. I think you're right.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's a paper jotter that's sort of like, what would it be, A2 or A1 size maybe, or whether it's actually a cushioned, because up until I left a traditional office last summer, I had one of those on my desk.
Yeah.
I used to just drag my keyboard onto the top of it. I can't write on a hard surface. I have to have something cushioned underneath it, just for comfort more than anything. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased with that. That's going to be really, really useful, I think. So I was hoping, actually, because I don't know if you can see, it's got dotted lines on it. I was hoping it was going to be perforated.
Okay.
But it's not, because then I could have taken each day off, put it in my journal or in my Filofax or my bullet journal or something like that.
Well, that's quite a good idea, isn't it? Because was it Filofax years ago that used to have almost something like that went in your Filofax and you could tear off each day?
Yeah, you could tear days. I think they did it in 3s, and they still do something like that now, but it's actually sectioned into 3. Right. So that you can, I can't remember whether they're peel off or whether they're already punched. I know they had some last year on the website, but I'm not sure if they've still got them now. But yeah, so feedback to Paperways, please make them perforated, because that would be really handy.
It's our new role here of product development.
There you go.
So my next one is actually the extra one that Bureau Direct have put in the box. So I don't know if you've got the same as me or if you want to talk about any other things first.
No, well, I've got 2 other things, so do you want me to...
Yeah, no, go on then.
Okay, so moving on with, I think this is Paperways again. It's like a Paperways fan club in this house. A few months ago, on my very first unboxing of Bureau Direct items. I ordered 2 mini notebooks, which were A6, they might have been A6 or A7 size, very, very small, and they had a London theme.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, you know me. I love anything. Yeah, I love anything to do with London. I've actually washi taped the front of one of them because I was trying out some washi tape decoration and bits and pieces. But I noticed that Paperways also do these little mini stickers. Now I did.
Most ordered those.
These are Paris ones, which are actually very appropriate for today.
They are, yeah.
I did say, you know, send me London or send me Paris or send me anything that you have in stock, because this size of sticky note is very useful for me in my Filofax. When you get sticky notes that are sort of this size, they take up the full page and you can't see anything else that's on your diary or anything. Okay. So this size is ideal, and they're really nice. They're pink. I'm not a huge lover of pink, but I do know that every single city, I think they do 7 or 8. I know there's London, Paris, New York, Tokyo, and I think there might be a couple of others as well. Dubai might be one of them, but they all show a little landmark.
That's nice.
From, I mean, that's obviously the Paris outline along the Seine. That's just hexagons again, so that's the Paperways hexagon, and then that one's got Paris on it. So they are a really handy size. I think there is, if I remember rightly, each sticky note has 19 sheets or more, so they're a really handy size as well, just to keep in the back of my Filofax.
I use lots of little ones like that when I'm going through, I'm a school governor, so when I'm going through printouts of meeting notes, I often find myself sticking on little comments on those so that I've still got a clean copy of the note. But when I'm in a meeting,
like page flag type things, you've still got enough room to make a note. So those will go in my stash, because I have a huge stash of post-it notes. But they will definitely be used. Yeah, they will. They're very usable. Like I said, fun and usable. That's what I like about my stationery. And then the other thing, again, Japanese style stationery. I ordered some washi tape this time. No surprise there. I noticed this is the MTX. So it's from the Marks Stationery, which I think we're going to talk about in a minute. And the two that I'd spotted were letters.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
And numbers.
Ah, you see,
they're very traditionally, the typography on them is very traditional, very classic, but they're just black and white. And I just thought they'd be great for edging. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them, but I do like them. I just thought they were, because I go for bright colours normally, and this is a huge removal from what I normally order. So
no, I like that. You see, what's interesting is I ordered as a paying customer some washi tape from Bureau Direct just before Christmas, or was it just after? Can't remember now. But this was actually to send to Ruth at Dorky Mum over in Tasmania for her son, as a Christmas present from my daughter, you see.
Right.
Because I was ordering it for them, I kind of had to buy some for myself as well.
Of course.
I've got the kids' versions of things. So this is, again, MT. So this is the children's alphabet, which comes in 2 halves. So that one is the ABC half.
Yeah.
And this one must be, what is it, NST?
N to Z, yeah.
So I love those. And there is also, if I can find it in my drawer here, oh, where's it gone? It's somewhere in here. There's somewhere a numbers version of that as well, I think.
Yeah, I've seen it on the website actually. It's in the same primary colours, isn't it?
It is. And there's also a vehicles one there, which again is very,
that's cool. I didn't see that one. That's really cool. That.
There's a little vehicles one, and this is where I'm madly going through the drawer to try and find my other ones, because here's one of the others. Space.
Yeah. Now somebody had seen that on, you know, our Stationery Wednesday logo, if that's what you want to call it, that we use. Somebody had asked me about that and said, how big is it? Because they were actually wanting to do a mini board around their son's bedroom, and I went, it's too small for that.
Yeah.
But it'd be good if you could just, especially with the washi tape being repositionable, it would be so good to be able to decorate a child's bedroom if they did slightly wider.
Well, I've seen people use this along, or not this exact one, but other washi tape along the edge of IKEA shelves. Typical IKEA Billy bookcase. I'm just looking because I've got shelves above my desk here. It is exactly the same height, this, as the shelves I've got above my desk, which are just, I think these ones came from Homebase or something. Mm-hmm. But I'm guessing, if I lean and look at these shelves behind me, it's exactly the same height as well.
Perfect, isn't it?
Perfect to put around, especially in a boys' room for the space one. Not that I'm being sexist or anything, but Just trying to find my other ones now. I'm all upset that I'm missing washi tape in my drawer. It'll be somewhere. I'm sure it's somewhere. But anyway, I love their washi tape. Absolutely love the stuff, and I'm pleased to say that over in Australia it's gone down very well as well. There's the animals one.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, I'm finding the designs they've got on the website are slightly off the wall and not very easily found anywhere else. I mean, I know I can go and troll through Etsy.
You can.
To find something a bit unusual. But, yeah, they've got a really, really good selection. And you don't find that a lot on the stationery websites, do you? So,
of course, my favourite, which is the vintage nuts one.
Yeah, do you know, I'm going to have to get some of that. But, you know, we've had so many similar purchases from there, haven't we? I thought, no, I better not get that until this programme.
So anyway, about this month's special then?
Yes, yeah, I'm liking this. I'll let you start.
Right, so this is what we've got, which is the Mark Storage It, or storage.it. I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
I think it's Storage It.
I think it's probably Storage It. So this is an A6 notepad. So normal lined pages inside, but it's inside a little plastic sort of cover. But the ingenious bit is that this plastic cover has a zip pocket on the front of it.
Sorry for all the crackling, mine's still in its wrapper, I'm just opening it now.
So this storage packet also has, it's hard to see here on camera, small bits here so you can put your headphones out and put your phone in there. And I've had a little play, let's get it in here. And you can, it's a clear front on it, so you can see whatever you've put in there. So you could put maybe, I don't know, an address of somewhere you're going to or something like that. But you can put your phone in there, and because it's clear, let's see if my demo works here, you can actually use your phone whilst it's in there. So I've put my, so you've got your full phone access, and as if by magic, not that I planned it, even bring up the Bureau Direct website while you're on it.
I've not had a chance to have a look at mine yet. I think mine might be slightly different, although I don't know. I'm just trying to work out, because this, literally, as we were starting this hangout, I was opening my package. So I'm just looking at mine. Mine has got a diagonal line on the back. Is that how yours was?
Yes, there's a diagonal.
So it goes in and under, does it?
No, on the front. You see on the front?
Yeah.
There's a zip up bit up the side.
Yeah, I've got that bit, yeah.
Yeah, so you can put your phone in that bit.
Ah, right.
Put your phone in, whoops, hang on, I've shut mine now.
And the headphones come through that little bit.
Headphones can come there, or I think reading the Bureau Direct website just now, I think you can somehow slip a pen in there. I haven't tried that out yet.
You can. Well, I've got the A5 diary of this version.
Right.
At the back it's got where we've got just like a little slip pocket there. Yeah. It's got 3 business card holders. So it is actually reviewed on one of my vlogs, or it's just like one of my. It's my latest diary, what I'm doing in 2015 or something like that. So it's actually got business card holders in the back there, and it's got 2 secretarial pockets at the front there. But it is quite a bit. It's an A5 size. It's quite a bit. I'm just trying to work out what this pocket at the back is for, but it's probably just to slip notes in or something.
Yeah, I think so, because there's a little illustration underneath, which again is a bit hard to see because it's in the inside the thing. Yeah. Which shows some bits of paper stuck in there. So I'm guessing, just trying to look for a bit of paper that's small enough to.
But what I actually thought about these, and it's what I did say about the diary especially.
There you go, home-baked vouchers.
There you go, perfect. These types of little notebooks are really handy for those blogger conferences that we go to, or any sort of like little meeting, because we know what it's like when you're taking notes and you're listening to somebody speak, and you want somewhere to put your phone and you want somewhere to put a pen to carry it to the next session or something like that. So these are actually perfect for that, because then you can throw them in your handbag. You're not carting a whole load of stuff around, and you're not going to lose everything.
Yeah, no, I like that. You could easily just slip in there as well a train ticket or something like that. I don't know what size you can get these up to. I mean, this is obviously A6. I know they do A5. Do they do A4?
I have seen an A4, but I'm not sure whether it's in stock at the moment or not.
Because I was wondering if with an A4 one, you could probably fit a tablet, iPad.
I'll tell you what, just bear with me 1 second. Let me, just whilst we're on air, just let me go and check.
Because if you could, website. As you say, if you had a bigger one, A4 size, and you could slip a tablet in the front, again, as you say, for something like a conference, that would be ideal for having it all in one place. And as you move from one room to the next, you've just got to take one thing with you.
Yeah, but sorry, I'm just.
All right.
You know, it's just like we're being off the cuff here. We might as well check, and then people can find out. Oh, I can't. You know, is it funny you can't type when you're under pressure?
Storage, it comes up. I found earlier.
Yeah, Mark's diaries. Of course, my computer's running really slow as well, so that doesn't help at all. I'll tell you what might be best if we find out and we link to it later.
We'll put a link in the comments.
Hang on, A6, A5. I can't find an A4 at the moment, so we'll have
another product suggestion. We're coming up with these good ideas, Nickie.
We are, absolutely. No, I can't see anything at the moment, but what we'll do is we'll have a proper look around the website, and if there is something, we'll link it in the description bar for this hangout. That would be really useful.
We'll put some links in there as well to all the products that we are reviewing this month.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
When our actual reviews are written up, we'll put some links in there as well.
Yeah, that's brilliant idea. Yeah. So, well, that was a little show and tell session. I quite like that. I really love seeing. I know there's 6 of us. Is it 6 or 5 of us working on this project with Bureau Direct? It's really interesting to see the products that we're all drawn to and the products that we pick or somebody else picks that others wouldn't touch with a barge pole. You know what I mean?
It's strange. There's a lot of overlap there. I mean, for people who don't know, the first month, Nickie and I both chose to review the Herbin Rollerball, and with this, you get these gorgeous little tins of ink. So I've got everything lined up here ready, which are just adorable. And you get to choose 3 colours to go with you, and I think there's 20-odd different colours. So there's a lot.
At least 18, yeah, isn't there? And
a lot of permutations.
We actually worked out how many combinations there was of choosing inks, wasn't there? It was something
like 1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. And Nickie and I chose exactly the same 3 colours. Which is slightly bonkers, but still good taste. Good taste.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So it's been really, really interesting. I mean, I like the way that some people have chosen to review storage, because that's another thing that you don't always think about when you go into a traditional stationery website, because you can get storage at IKEA, you can get storage at your little cheap shop in town or whatever. So to see some of the ways in which people have been selecting items from the website, and this is going to be really interesting when we've finished our our working relationship with Bureau Direct, if they choose other bloggers and what they're going to be choosing and how that develops and how the website develops. So I think Bureau Direct's been going for it's been going for a number of years, hasn't it?
1970 something rings a bell.
Yeah, and it's a family-run business as well, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
So yeah, you do get that personal touch when you order, and you know that it's somebody who cares about stationery is selecting your items, and that's why the items are so great on the website. Because
this is the thing that I'm loving, and there was a blog post of their own that they put up, I think it's just before Christmas, about fountain pens and ink and how all these different pens, and it was the Lamy fountain pen, that's right, it's the Lamy fountain pen, and it was their ink cartridges, which again we got them on here to hand. So there's all these different colours they do, and what someone had done is done a review of this, but writing in these pens on different notebooks.
Yes.
So not only were you getting to see all the notebook colours, but you also got to see how this ink looked, and they described what it felt like to write with on all these different notebooks, and that was fascinating to me.
It was, to me as well, because I'll tell you, the knowledge from the team at Bureau Direct as well is because I tried, when I was doing my fountain pen test between the Lamy and the Platinum, I was doing it in my Moleskine, and Dominic from Bureau Direct actually said, it's probably the worst paper you could have tested it on because of the bleed through. Try this paper or try that paper. And I thought, and I know that wasn't just me getting that personal attention because I'm working with them. If a customer had have asked that question, they would have got the exact same answer.
It's interesting. When you look at the products on their own website, there's a section for questions.
Yes.
So as well as having a section for reviews and product details or product specification, there's a section for questions. And the people who are buying stationery, they know their stuff, and they are asking some quite specific questions. And all these questions have got answers, and they've all got detailed answers and things like that. And that's brilliant to me. That's the kind of company that I want to buy things from as well.
I mean, I know you've bought from them as well as working with them as a blogger. I have as well. and I was actually purchasing from Bureau Direct before I was approached to work with them. I had a recommendation from the Filofax community because I was looking for a specific product, and they went, "Here you are, here's a link." And from that day, I'd already been on the website, and I'd already knew that they were a great company. So it's not just us saying, "Oh yes, we're getting free stuff and we like talking about it." This is something that we actually love as well, It
is. I mean, I didn't know about them until I started working from them, but I think it was by halfway through the second month I'd become a paying customer, which, bearing in mind I only had to wait a couple more weeks before I could have had something else to review. I think that shows you, A, how passionate I am about stationery, but B, how keen I am to, be a customer of theirs as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super. It's been great chatting, Nikki. So thank you, and hopefully we'll be back next month talking about what we get then. So
yeah, hopefully this is. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.